Welcome to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
One of Antiques Roadshow's newest appraisers, Tony Abeyta, is the son of celebrated Navajo artist and craftsman Narciso Abeyta. But Tony has become well known in his own right over the past several decades for his richly colorful New Mexico landscapes and other mixed media works, in which he grapples with the challenging issues of our ever-changing natural environment. During Roadshow's June 2022 visit to New Mexico, we had the chance to visit Tony at his studio in downtown Santa Fe.
I'm one of maybe 3 or 4 working artists who are right downtown on the plaza. We're sort of in the commercial district of things, so I've found a sanctuary upstairs on the 2nd floor, hidden away from everything. Always in this studio, it's works in progress, so you'll see a lot of starts and you'll see some, that looks finished, but it ain't done until I say it is. Everything I do is nature-based. It's all based in ideas about, a maternal earth, about plants, about animals, about cosmos. All of these things become the subject matter of the next painting. And some of the works, especially the abstract works, are very much about that in the subconscious, how I can create a work of art that just happens. My father was a painter, and coincidentally, he had one of his paintings on the Antiques Roadshow some years back, and I saw that episode, and I was really excited about that.
It's painted by a Native American artist, and he was a Navajo artist by the name of Narciso Abeyta. His Indian name was Hasode.
He was instrumental in really directing me into being an artist. It's amazing how much that'll stick in your consciousness, right? You'll see it and you'll watch it, and then 10 years later you're like, learn that from Pops, right? And so that was my experience with my father's work. And of course, later on, as I became an artist, when I started selling paintings, I go out and buy a painting of my dad's.
But it's a great painting by a man who lived a very rich, colorful life. He was also a Golden Gloves boxer and a silversmith.
Oh,
so I'm glad to see this painting here today.
We definitely love it.
Well, thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you.
As a Native American and a painter and as an artist, as Navajo, Dene, and coming from Gallup, New Mexico, I've been surrounded by, indigenous people, ideas, values, spirituality. All of these things have been part of my backstory, and how that enters into my artwork is so much of the ideas that I'm working through is allowing all of those things, which I feel are very innate. Some of this is in our DNA, just like trauma is in our DNA, how we have some remembrance, some ideas about relocation, about genocide, about boarding schools. All of these things follow us in a way that we are still processing, and even my children still process these things, but they also inform the art. Who am I as like this Native American guy? I'm like looking at land, I'm looking at people, I'm looking at the connection between earth and cosmos, and that narrative of what is land mean? What is water, to my own, indigenous origins? And then how do I tell that story? That's a tough, it's a tall order, right? It's for a painter to capture all of that, but that's what my job has been, is just try to find out how far I can push it to get to a place where it is right as rain. That's what these mean to me. Right now, I love being a landscape painter. And sometimes it feels so conventional and it feels so traditional, but we're also living in this time where this planet's changing, the temperatures are changing, and the vegetation is changing, and I can attest to that because I watch and I see it. And I've begun a whole series of work that respond to that. So I did a show 2 years ago, which was Our Changing Planet. It was an exhibition of paintings about that change. Like, what does it feel like to bear witness to forest fires seasonally? So I did these paintings of fires and then tornadoes. As an artist, all I can do is respond to it and try to capture those moments, document them, and also how does it feel to be an artist concerned about our planet and then responding to it to create art about it. That's part of it, but it's also that I am trying to tell a story about what is the connection between man and nature? What is our true love for it? Why do people get out and hike or climb? Why do people want to just go outside and, lay on the ground and look at stars? I'm immensely grateful that I have this experience to actually just make art that didn't exist before. And it's a good life.